In this session, let's look at when to use multiple if statements and when to use an if-elif statement. Both are important and good for making a decision. To recap, the if-else statement allows us to check for only two conditions. The if-elif statement comes in handy when our scenario has many conditions. In this scenario, let's make a list of available fruits. In the list, we will have oranges, grapes, strawberries. No, before strawberries, let's put apples. Then strawberries on the next line. Last will be pineapples. Let's start with multiple if statements by writing if apples is in available fruits, put the colon, then we're going to print add apples to the list. The next print statement will be if grapes in available fruits, then we're going to print grapes, add grapes to the list. The next statement will be if strawberries in available fruits, then we're going to print strawberries, add strawberries to the list. All of these statements are true because apples, grapes, and strawberries are in the available fruit list. Now, let's write if-elif statements. Know what? I'm going to copy and paste the if statements, then replace if with elif. One more time, elif. The code looks almost the same. However, there's a difference. Let's run and see what it shows. I'm going to add \n at the, so it's skip a line. All of the print statements are displayed when using multiple if statements. For the if-elif statement, the console only shows one statement. A person may think we should use multiple if statements, but it depends on the scenario. The if-elif statements are more efficient when we need only one condition to pass. Therefore, it's best to use an if-elif statement when we have more than one condition and only need one to return true. But with multiple if statements, all of the conditions are checked, even when one of the statements is true. Therefore, it's best to use multiple if statements when we need more than one condition to pass. Let's debug and walk through it step by step. Go to run and debug. We see execution stop at if apples in available fruits. The condition is true. At the bottom, click step into F7. So it will print add apples to the list. Step into again, and now we're at the condition for if grapes. That's also true. So step into takes us to the print statement for grapes. At this point, we see how the block of code for multiple if statements execute every if statement. Step into two more times, and we are finished. And execution drops down to the next block of code. At the next block of code, we have the if-elif statements. Watch what happens behind the scenes for if-elif. The condition is true. Step into, and we're at the print statement for apples. Step 2 one more time, and we'll finish. Only one block of code was executed when the condition was true. The remaining conditions were skipped for an if-elif block of code. That's why the debug window is disabled. Run one more time, and we see the results in the console. The first condition checks to see if the statement is true, if apples is in the available fruit list. Both block of codes are true, so apples are added to the list. The if statement checks for grapes and strawberries. However, the if-elif block of code is bypassed because the apple statement is true. That's it for the difference between if-elif statement and multiple if statements. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next session.